See if my boy seen me doing that live on camera, he'd be embarrassed.
Thank you.
Everybody, it's Friday and we're live. Whoa, whoa. Let me get whoa, it's Friday.
Lynn's going to be a contestant in I'm in the jungle, get me out of here.
We are
Just
all
getting ready.
As everyone.
We're amazing, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're amazing.
Yeah, proper.
We're proper.
You're
Proper.
Proper
amazing.
Yeah.
Proper job.
Nice, mate.
I am trying to get my daughter to say, all right, geezer.
All right, geezer.
I'm trying to get her to say, all right, geezer.
You need Danny Dyer to do that.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Because he's got a way of saying it. I was saying the other day on a podcast that when we went to Corfu a couple of years ago, we walked into the airport through the baggage hall, and Ellen spotted Danny Dyer sitting by the side, waiting for his bag to come out. And Ellen's going, "It's Danny Dyer, it's Danny Dyer." And I walked past him and, "All right, Danny." And he went, "All right, mate." All right. And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, mate." And just carried on walking. Didn't get starstruck, nothing. I'm just like, "Oh, mate." And he went, "All right." All right.
Dude, I don't know what it is.
Got the accent.
You told me not to say anything.
No, you got all starstruck.
No, you said to carry on walking. Don't say nothing.
Now.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't want no domestics online now.
Yep, no domestics. It's Friday tonight.
Oh, yes, postings on
Yeah,
TikTok.
we're going for it, guys. We're going for it.
There's nobody listening, so it doesn't matter. There's nobody listening, though.
No.
We don't have domestics. We just have
Banter.
yeah. No,
This is a banter household.
Guys survive.
3, 2.
Excuse me a second, guys.
Okay.
Not a problem.
We'll punch each other. Punching him in the face. You're punching him in the face behind the screen. Look.
Yeah, you can hear that.
Go, Ellen. Go, Ellen. Oh, sorry.
No, I had to give them the
That's
evil
not very
stare.
nice, Lois.
Yeah.
The evil stare and count to 3.
That I used to do that. Yeah. Yeah.
What have you been used to?
He's just gone running off up the stairs.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Where's that thing that you used to show me that used to work in the kids? Because I need it.
Sorry? You broke up when you said it.
Your best friend that used to be the plywood.
Oh, Mr. Sticky.
Yeah.
I haven't got Mr. Sticky anymore.
Oh.
Mr. Sticky.
I don't even need to pick it up anymore. So he went in the bin. Mr. Sticky.
It's true.
Mr. Sticky's in the bin.
It's
not the best place for it.
It is the best. It is the best. I swear by it.
The thing is, if you say something the right way and you hold something that looks threatening, normally they calm down straight away.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, it's an AK-47.
I never used it.
Yeah.
I never used it, and I never would do. But the problem is when you try so many methods and it all fails, then you have to go reverse psychology. And if they think that's going to do something, then they tend to fall in line.
See, I used to use my lads now that one's nearly 50, one's 46, right? And they were quite naughty when they were small. And we used to have this is true, right? I'll hold my hand up and I'll say now, this is absolutely true. Where I used to live, we had this thing in the attic. And his name was Nicky Nuke. And when the boys were naughty and they wouldn't go to bed, Nicky Nuke used to scratch.
Oh,
He should scratch at something.
That's terrifying, that is.
Yeah, but they went to sleep.
I'm not surprised.
There's
Jesus.
one in the chat, so if anybody could hear us, let us know.
Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
I don't even
It's
know.
all right, geezer.
Aye.
I don't swear normally, do I?
No, you don't. I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Mouth like a sewer.
Yeah, I do.
It's not my fault. Lynn taught me
is.
how to swear.
I did, didn't I, hon?
You did.
Had to be
came on
done.
here all angelic. Never knew a swear word. Met Lynn. Oh my God. You spoke like an Italian.
You
Hiya,
once,
Maureen, honey.
Lo, you once put a bet on it who out of me and Nick would swear first, and we still ain't done it yet.
I know. I'm trying.
I don't swear, do I?
You don't swear, no.
No.
I'm like, I can't break Nick for the life of me. I could say into Nick. I could get up into Nick's face.
He's well loved up. Nick's well loved up at the moment.
Yeah, he is.
He nearly did last night, though, didn't he?
That
You
man
could tell he was thinking it.
came on 8:30.
Mm.
8:30, unheard of.
No.
8:30.
Yeah.
I nearly died.
That's
He got on there
really
before I did.
That's good, Dan. So what's the subject tonight, then?
Subject tonight, I've changed it because it's yours, because you've been dying to do this for ages. And, well, Richard attempted last night to do your subject.
I did it, lock, stock and barrel.
4
I
minutes.
just gave you the information that ChatGPT gave me.
4 minutes. It gave me 4 minutes.
Right, okay. Right, this is what we're going to do. Richard,
Yes.
excuse me. I want you to tell me what you said last night.
Okay.
I can't remember. It was last night.
What did you say? I wasn't here. I was busy doing things.
I can't remember. It was last night.
And that's your last answer. Right. Okay. So we're going to talk about portholes. Yeah?
Portholes?
Yeah,
Oh.
holes.
I was going to say holes,
Yeah,
holes in the side of a ship.
No, in the side of a wood or stuff like that. So we're going to talk about what people think a porthole is. Is it in connection with what we think of as Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or whatever? And what are they?
Oh, cryptids.
Yeah. But what are they? What exactly are they? Are they like, who thinks that possibly they could be ancient men? Because we've all got different, how can I say? We've all got different creatures living on this earth with us. We're all different. There could have been some kind of humanoid, or are they?
You're right, Doreen. 5 minutes. Pandemonium.
Yeah. Are they interdimensional?
Are they interdimensional? Yeah.
Or flesh and blood?
Yeah. And if they are, because we've been watching programs today, it's fascinated me. I mean, I've always been fascinated by this anyway, but this was amazing. They've got their own language. And when you listen to the recordings that people actually take of these so-called, well, we don't even know what they are, creatures, humanoids, I don't know, aliens. They're making noises. If you listen to the noises, you would think that you were in a tropical forest and you were listening to ape noises. Do you know when they shout to each other and make ape noises? They're very similar to that.
Yeah.
Very, very similar. And I find it absolutely fascinating. They've got some kind of a language. We know this. They they do knock the wood. And why are they knocking the wood? Is it because they're letting other creatures know there's something there, or is it a warning?
It's a warning.
Is it a warning? And if they're not living there, because a lot of how much land in this world especially in America, all the forests and that, is actually not been explored.
Well, there's 6 billion acres in North America and Canada of forestry. 6 billion acres.
Right.
I bet Yogi Bear's had a good look around.
Yeah, well, he would, wouldn't he?
Well,
yeah, looking for his picnic.
You could have.
Yeah.
I could tell you the song that I heard about Yogi Bear, but we'll not go there.
Yeah,
no,
we know
I
that.
don't want to hear your stories about Yogi Bear and
Hey, let's go get a picnic basket.
Well,
Boo Boo.
Oh, my good friend Boo Boo.
Ooh.
You could do a Wurzel scrummage in a Boo Boo.
Let's go get a picnic basket.
To be fair, I heard Yogi Bear was having a gangbang, but that was just hearsay. That was
No, he was having a ball.
Yeah, that was only when he came over to the Caledonian forests.
Maybe that's where it happened.
So what's your take on this, guys? Because is it a form of humanoid? Is it a lost caveman that's been left there, or some kind of mix between what would you say, humanoid and ape?
Or interdimensional.
Interdimensional. They're so big. The descriptions that have been given of these creatures, the massive. We listened about what was it about those young boys,
young Sasquatch playing with them. Yeah,
and that was when was that? About the 60s, 50s.
60s, yeah.
They were playing with the kids because the kids went camping up in the woods and that, and they were playing with the kids in there. Amazing,
Sasquatch.
Amazing.
But I think they're not interdimensional. I think they are here on this plane, and they're here for a reason. And just like human beings all over the world, they have evolved because of their environment. So you look at any place in the world, and you will know that those people are from that area because of the way they appear, the way they've evolved in that particular habitat.
Yeah,
I think Sasquatch, being Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Yeti, Abominable Snowman, they're all the same species, but dependent on where they are, they change in appearance, just like us humans do.
Just like us, yeah.
And I think what it is they are essentially pre-human, as we are, or pre-Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
I think they are because they are looking like they are because they have secluded themselves away from the rest of the world on purpose, or the rest of civilization. They have not been interfered with by technology, with knowledge, and with power, greed, money, religion, all of these things that have made the human race progress over thousands of years. They haven't had. So they're still fairly primitive. Yeah. And I think they are that sort of pre-Homo sapien era, and they just haven't evolved quicker or as quick as we have because they've kept themselves out the way on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, but the only thing I've seen numerous accounts of people finding one footprint.
Yeah, why
one?
One footprint, either in the snow or in the mud or wherever. One footprint or two footprints, and it stops.
Yeah, but there wouldn't be just one or two. There'd be a whole line of them from point A to wherever it leads.
What's that all about? You know, that's the only thing that stops.
Are they going up?
That stops me wondering about these.
Anybody that sort of knows how to be stealthy you know, it's like when you walk on a boggy marsh. You know
it's
that
snow.
if you stand somewhere where there is a clump of grass in a boggy marsh,
Yeah.
you know you're not going to sink in it. But if you
Mm.
stand in between those gaps, you're going to sink, leaving a mark of where
Yeah.
you are. And that will be the same with snow. But even then, if they're supposed to be 7, 8 foot tall, have they used their arms and used branches to swing from one tree to the next
Yeah, but
without leaving a footprint on the floor?
it's in tundra. It's like there's no trees.
Exactly. That screams fakery when you see someone stand there and say,
Yeah.
we've got this footprint, but there aren't any others.
What's his face? That explorer, that famous explorer. He put the ice pick down, didn't he? Was it on Everest or with the Bigfoot or the Yeti footprint?
I think
What?
so.
Was he
I'm not
British?
sure.
Yeah. A British explorer. What was his bloody
Was he
name?
a climber?
Yeah, climber. He found a footprint and put his ice pick down as a scale for the distance, and it just stopped in snow.
Yeah.
Right, while you're thinking about that, I'll quickly go into the comments because they're building. Noreen says they reckon there is a foul smell round when they're seen.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Be alien as well
Yeah.
seen around times of
We're not doing your curry test down at
UFO
Rendlesham. We're not
sighting.
doing your curry test.
How are you doing today? We're still good, half and half. Thanks, Nigel, and he's shared.
And it's the sore streaming challenge. That when I won't be doing that ever again.
No.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I always say to my kids, you try something once, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it again.
No.
So
Yeah.
I live by that principle. I
Yeah.
tried
Yeah.
source streaming. However, in that particular incident, it was stored correctly in the first place. If you look at all these other videos where people do it, they haven't stored it properly, and it's carried on festering.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's why they end up getting the videos they do, because they haven't stored it properly.
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to elaborate on obviously Lynn's question, right? So I'm going to use the Nevada desert as a good example, right? So the Nevada desert, as everybody knows, is a good sized desert, right? People go missing there, right? Now, you know, thousands of people, whether it's murder, whether it's abduction, whether it's mysterious circumstances. Now, I watched a film, right? And I know what they say, don't believe what happens in films, right? But when I watched this series, it kind of gave me an insight to thinking, well, maybe what if this did happen, right? That people went missing because of under mysterious circumstances due to people being so fascinated with going near Area 51. Now, what inspired this series was the missing hiker, Kenny Veach, who was an experienced hiker who went missing under mysterious circumstances. Some people say it was suicide, some people argue that counter. We'll never know, right? Now, people know when you go missing in the Nevada desert, there's a good chance you're never going to be found, right? You never hear anyone being found in the Nevada desert, right? Because of the size of it. Now, I do believe that in there is things there that live there that are into beings, whether it's alien form or skinwalker. I do believe that there is stuff in there. I would love to explore the Nevada desert. I'm not going to lie. I would love to. That would be at the top of my list to do. But I know I would be the silly, and I'm very honest and open about this. I would be the silly bastard that would go out there and get lost. I am straight up and honest with this.
Yeah.
I would be the person that would be missing and never found. I would go missing and mysterious because
So you're the type of lady that would do what that woman did at the gate to Area 51, just waltzed in and didn't expect any repercussions.
Aye, because I've got that itch that needs scratched. That I couldn't content myself with the not knowing. I need to know. So I'm very honest about this. I would be that type of girl that you see in the movies that they go into the horror houses and we don't take the hint of like this house is spooky. Like Grave Encounters, when death awaits, they open the door and the room switches. That's your hint. Leave. That would be me. I just wouldn't take the hint. But I'm honest about this. But as I said, I do believe that there's something else in the Nevada desert. I don't just believe that all those missing people are just murder cases out there. I believe that there is something in the Nevada desert.
I'm sure I've got the figure right, but I am sure it was something like 1800. Hang on, and I will confirm that. Right. Okay. So, 15,000 to 18,000 newly identified plants, animals, and microbes are discovered every year.
Yeah.
Around the world?
Around the world.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is every year. So if that's the case, why can't, abominable snowman, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, Yeti, just be another one of these species that just haven't yet been discovered?
Exactly. There was a guy we watched this video on, and he was telling us about his grandfather, right? This amazing, right? And his grandfather said, "Oh, you don't want to be going up there in them woods, they're in the trees and everything." And monkeys. He was calling them monkeys. So
this is in America where there are no monkeys.
Yeah, so it's an old man, right? Yeah, I'd say he was like far our age. Old, like far our age.
Yeah, fucking old. Oh, sorry.
So this old guy was going on about his grandfather, and he was telling them stories about when he was a kid and that, and they used to live, loads of them said, in the trees in big beds.
Yeah.
So who does that? You've got drays of squirrels. They make quite big drays, don't they? But these were massive beds, and there was loads of them.
They used to climb up and lay in them.
Yeah. So that tells me that's a form of what? Community.
Yeah.
Because you do still have people. Is it in? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it in South America somewhere where they live in trees? They build houses in trees, don't they?
Yeah.
About 30 or 40 foot up, and they have to build them up there.
Yeah, I think that's the Amazon, isn't it? I'm sure it is in the Amazon. There's a couple of tribes that do that. But just based on that figure of 15 to 18,000 a year, where are they all coming from then?
Exactly. So the thing, it's like building a new form of life. So when you think of that's a good question, really good question. So when you put that to your mind and you think there's that many new species which are being developed, not only naturally, they're getting developed also in the lab.
Yeah.
But the natural ones, you could accept.
And we know they're capable of doing it because you look at Dolly the sheep.
Exactly.
But bear in
Exactly.
mind that you can't go to places like where the North Central tribe is. You know, you can't go and visit them, and I bet you there's probably things in there that you would discover. But you can't go and exactly go and visit them because they run out and they wait for you with the arrows.
Oh yeah, they'd eat you. They'd eat you.
You come close, motherfucker. This is what you're getting.
Yeah,
You know,
they would definitely eat you. You know,
They're very protective. They don't want any contact with the outside world, and they do advise you not to go looking for contact as well.
yeah. Like
I don't blame them, to be honest.
like
Why would they want to contact us, idiots? You know,
like I would be like, but like, don't shoot me. I'm cool. They would probably go, you die, bitch.
Yeah.
I just want to go down there and give them a T-shirt and tell them to cover up. Come on, look, I don't want to see them flapping about in the wind. Put a T-shirt on, will you?
You said that to me, didn't you? Never really.
Boy, you put a pair of pants on. Come on, gorgeous. Wear shorts at least.
But do you know what? What baffles me is that these tribes, they must be freezing. God love them, but their bodies must be that used to it. They regulate the temperatures.
No, they're hot where they are, Lo. They're hot.
They are hot, but what they do is they evolve and adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where these tribes are, Lo, the temperatures down that part of the world, if you've never been there, you've never understand it. It's a different heat. It's just, it's hot and sweaty.
Humid.
Yeah, it really is.
In that case, I'm painting myself and going and joining this.
It's like going to Egypt. If you were to stand next to the Great Pyramid, it is dry heat.
Yes.
And it is nasty. But you go inside the Great Pyramid and you will come out like you've just been in a shower.
Yeah.
I would burn like a bitch. Have you realised how red I can go? You're talking to a lady who thought it would be ideal to put coconut butter on the skin instead of after sun because I had no after sun. And I thought, oh, it's fine, put coconut butter on, you'll be fine.
So you threw yourself in a deep fat fryer.
You fried yourself, Lo. You fried
Oh my God.
Bit of sunflower oil.
Yeah, just throw it on. Yeah.
They're crisp and dry, you know.
Yeah. Salt and pepper. Get it on, bit of vinegar.
Do you know something? I came out like I was Pichinobo. I came out like I was. I could have been. They could have picked me up and used me as one of the nuclear Pichinobo as a warning.
So, getting back to this this subject. So you've got right. I watched a really good documentary last year. I don't know what it was, but it was very interesting. And it was about these Bigfoot hunters. These guys captured what looked like, whether it was, I don't know, but what looked like this Bigfoot creature came in from the side of the tree, but it looked like it was in a bubble. This bubble developed, and then there was this creature in there. Now that got my head thinking: if they are interdimensional? If we don't know, are they using energies which are natural energies from the trees, which they're everywhere? It's like a full web of electric stimuli going all the way through the whole areas. Are they using that to come through in these, what would you call these bubbles? What would you call them?
Well, the portals, aren't they?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. Are they using them as portals? That's another thing. But see, I tend to go with Wayne's suggestion on this. They're another humanoid. Because they did say that if you look at the Book of Enoch and they had all these big giants, are they an offsprout from them?
Well, they're the right height. They're the right height for the Nephilim.
Yeah, they are.
You know, so if you go back to the likes of the Book of Enoch and the Emerald Scrolls and everything else, and you've got these 15-foot high Anunnaki, and then the half-breed Nephilim, you've got that next stage, and then obviously with more of evolution from that and reproduction, the sizes are going down. But where they've stayed out the way of modernisation and evolution, they've stayed relatively as they were.
Yeah, yeah.
So they still maintain the height, and then their environment has enabled them to grow longer hair. They may have the same amount of hair as us, but their hair may be thicker than ours, and that gives them that appearance.
So that's a good answer. I agree with that, actually. Yeah.
I mean, when you said about this documentary with them popping up in these, they were in these bubbles and they were inside them. That literally, my first thought went to Terminator.
Yes.
That's how the droids came into the past, was in these bubble vortexes.
Yeah. That's right. Do you know what? Oh my God. Yes. The head's just clicked. Yes. I remember it was in the car park and he turns up and half of it was on like a vehicle or something and it burned the vehicle away, didn't it?
Yeah.
But he came in a bubble. Do you know what? How clever. Do you know? It's amazing, isn't it? I love all this. Spot on. I think that's amazing. But now I'm going to ask about, what time is it now? Right. I'm now going to ask about.
My next question is.
It's
Arnold Schwarzenegger's shoe size.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about big army.
I'm going to talk about Stargates.
I'm ancestor.
I don't know if you'll know because I've told you, but
Mary.
I had a very weird experience in 2011, and it was before Cardigan in Wales, in the countryside. And I think after all these years, I am beginning to think I was watching the Stargate. I can't think what else it could be. I've gone through everything. And it was when I was camping. It was I went there the 25th of April. And I left on the 27th of April. On the 28th of April, I left because I wanted to see William and Kate get married because they got married on the Friday. So we gone down there camping. The early hours of the 27th of April, I got woke up by the sound of screaming sheep. Now, I've grown up in the countryside. I know what sheep sound like. I know when they're being harassed by dogs. And I lay there bursting for a wee. There was only us on the campsite, bursting for a wee. The toilet was like 2 fields away. I didn't want to go behind the tent for a wee because the screaming that I heard outside was frightening me. I couldn't wake my husband up. He wouldn't wake up. He was I could have stabbed him. He still wouldn't have woke up. You know what I mean? It was that he was in such a deep sleep. So I waited. It was like 2:30 in the morning, and I waited and waited and waited. The noise got quieter and quieter, and I was thinking to myself, are the wild dogs out there? Is there a wild cat? Is something in the field frightening the sheep? Never heard it like that. They were petrified, screaming and squealing. But it calmed down, so I thought, I've got to go for a wee, because I'm going to wee the bed. So I got out of bed, went behind the tent, and I had a wee. And then the curiosity of that noise got the better of me. So I walked to the end of the camping field, up a tiny embankment. There was 2 steps and I could see over the head. And I was looking down into a valley. There was hardly anything there. There was nothing but up in the distance. I seen what I thought, well, I didn't know what it was. It was the shape of a horseshoe. It had 9 lights around it. If it was a full circle, it would have had 12 lights. So the bottom 3 had been taken out. These lights were giant. They were white, big, and they shrunk to red. And they were pulsating in a very slow rhythm. And I was looking. And I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought, is it a circus? There was nothing there, nothing. And then something caught my sight, so I looked to the northeast, and I seen this small mountain with a television mast on with these red lights.
2 seconds.
And I thought, I wonder if one of them fell off and rolled down, but it wasn't. The next thing, there was a big red ball glided round the side of that mountain, and I thought the light had fell off that, right? But it wasn't. It flew very, very slowly down this valley, but it was alive. It was moving. It was red and it was moving. And it came next to this shape, and it was sat next to this big horseshoe shape. The next thing, it started to shake. It was shaking, like literally like that. And then it stopped and it went boom, and it turned into a big white light. And then it started pulsating and it got into rhythm with this big circle. Got into rhythm. So it was going white down to red. I rubbed my eyes because I couldn't believe what I was seeing, but I didn't know what it was. And I was still trying to figure out what it was. But all these sheep were getting quieter and quieter. Now, within 4 to 6 minutes, that had changed from a single light like the one next door to another one, the same shape. And I thought, you get that dread and you know what you're looking at, but you're scared to admit what you're looking at.
Mm.
That's the point I got to. And I was watching it and everything went quiet. And then you've got this, that's the first one. There's the second one. So they're just going white. All these 9 lights on both of them going white and down to red. Then all of a sudden, this new one went back, went like that, and slotted into the back of that front one. The whole place went deadly silent, and I looked at it, and I knew that was looking at me, and I dodged, I ducked behind the hedge because I was petrified. I knew what I was looking at, but didn't know what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. And then I thought, oh my God, I've got to get to the tent. I've got to get to this tent. And I started to run, and I was going in slow motion. My feet were going 50,000 miles an hour. But I was like slow motion, like I was never going to get. I got in there. But I told my family, and I told some friends, and then I kept it to myself for about 3 years. And then I contacted, I don't know, because I didn't really do ufology or anything then. And I contacted a group who did ufology. I told them the story and they didn't get back to me. So about 3 or 4 months later, I contacted them again and they said to me, oh, yeah, that happens to some people. And that was the end of that. But that's ate away at me. It's ate away at me. And the more I delve into this subject, the more I'm starting to think I was watching a Stargate. It was very, very active. And I did speak to Andy Decode about this and the sheep. And he said, it might not have been a creature. That machine or whatever I was looking at could have been throwing out a tone, a noise that we can't hear, but the sheep can, and it's frightened them. Possibility, I don't know. But all I know is I witnessed something, and that was just amazing. And I've never, ever got over that. I can feel the fear. I knew I was looking at it. I don't know how I knew that, but I did. It knew I was there and it was looking at me. Literally, I ducked as if it's going to help. You know what I mean? But it knew I was there and it knew I was looking at it. I think that was a Stargate.
Could well been.
I'm going to say something, right? Seriously, right? And people think I'm nuts, right? I know I'm nuts, right? And we've all established this, right? I already know this plot. I'm nuts. I don't believe in heaven and hell, right? In fact, I'll tell you who I had this conversation with. I had this conversation with William Subley. And he said I had a fair point, right? Because he asked me what I believed in. I says, starting to believe in God, kind of. And he says, but you don't believe in heaven and hell. I says, let me explain my answer to this one. I says, you're right in what you're saying. I don't believe there's heaven and hell. I says, but listen, hear me out. We all know the space up there. Heaven's no real. Right? The space up there. Right? So we've quite established what's up there. Right? I says, in hell, this is we're already in it. Wars, crime, whatever. I says, and if you think about it, we don't really know what God is. You think it's just an optical illusion. God is what you want it to be. Like your ideal woman, your ideal man, fully what you want to believe in. When you're talking about the Stargate, that's how I see it. I see it as it's just different worlds.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have been made by us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They wouldn't be made by us. The Stargate themselves, as they are described or named, aren't actually Stargates. They're just wormholes.
Yeah.
But a true wormhole needs, I can't remember what they call it now, negative energy density to keep stable. That is beyond our technology. We're not capable of doing that yet. So something else would have had to have built it.
Yeah.
And then all they're doing is in a sense, they're capping the wormhole at each destination. So each end of that wormhole has been capped, and it would have been then used and devised in such a way that you could literally dial it up like a telephone, like in the series and the films of Stargate. And that's probably, this is where you get truth and reality are sort of intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
But without that negative density, we can't, a substance ain't, a substance not known to, it doesn't exist in our universe. but there's nothing to say that somewhere else that hasn't been discovered or created.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if there's actual, like, parallel people out there to us? How amazing that would be. There's probably some smart bastard out there to me out there that's a lot smarter than me. And I think that would be great. I would be proud as punch. I would be like, see, there's a
What
smart.
about Noddy?
There might be somebody like you that can say cryptids.
There would probably be a politer one than me that was probably dead
Yeah,
snooty
they did
that
say.
didn't swear.
Yeah.
Noreen says, I understand, Lynn. I had that feeling when I seen that triangle, and that was 2011.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe.
Yeah.
The feeling hits suddenly. You just feel like someone is looking directly at you.
I mean, it could even just be interstellar travel.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a wormhole, but a device capable, similar to a wormhole, where they just opens up to a new dimension, they go through it, and then it closes and disappears.
Yeah. The thing is, when the more I think about it and the more I discuss it with people, and these little things that you're saying like now, Wayne,
Yeah.
there's always that possibility that that's what it could have been. I've been through everything. I've looked if it was a fair, is it one of the big wheels? There was nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But this is the thing. We look for the answers, and we come up with so many different possibilities of what it could be.
Yeah.
And the only way we're ever going to know is actually by experiencing it and actually going through one.
Yeah,
Oh
true.
my God, how fun would it be? I'd be like, jump in. Whoa, see, that's what I mean. That's why you cannot take me anywhere, because they would say, don't press the red button, Willow. And Willow.
Right. Well, if a portal opens up
Yeah.
in Redlesham Forest, I'm tying you to a tree.
Yeah.
Because the problem you have is if you see a portal open up, you go, hey, I'm off, guys, and you go running into it. What is to say that you won't come out the other end, a big lobby pile of goo at the other end?
Yeah, they might get molecules.
I was looking at forward to the idea of coming the other side, 18 big tits model. But thanks very much, Wayne, for ruining my style. Thanks very much.
Oh, bless.
Well, it's all about exploration. It's all about exploration, isn't it? If you went to the North Pole or the South Pole, you know it's going to be cold, so you wrap up warm. You don't know what's at the other end of the wormhole, so it could be an atmosphere you can't breathe.
Yeah.
What at the other side?
Or it could be fucking amazing.
It could be the opposite. You could end up jumping through into paradise, but you don't know until you've found a way of getting there safely.
Look on the positive side.
I mean, look at time travel. Look at time travel, right?
Yeah.
All these people. Go on, Lo. Go on.
How funny would it be, right? If me and Wayne swapped bodies and he was Willow and
I don't think Helen would be very happy, would she?
Just swap the head. Just swap the head.
You're starting to create a fringe science, Lois. Now stop it.
I'd like to see just swap the head.
Yeah.
But look in the bright side, you'd be like that. I'm a woman.
I can do that now.
I know the feeling, Wayne. Very similar.
Mine's just.
And when it's cold, I can go the other end as well.
That reminds me of an episode in Flash where Barry and Oliver end up getting swapped powers. Oh.
Are you sure that's not a different version of Flash?
It could be.
Flash. Oh.
But talking about wormholes and portholes again, not in shit, but in woods, even in Britain, all the energy, you know, what's coming through, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. What's coming through?
I think it'd be nice to go to these places where these portals have been seen.
Yeah.
And checking for the ley lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To see if one of these portals have appeared over a crossover junction of ley lines.
That's very interesting.
Undoubtedly, they have. Yeah.
Because obviously they're using Earth's own energy to help power these portals or stargates. You know, obviously the biggest concentration of energy is going to be on those ley line crossovers.
I'm going to make a map with all the ley lines on in Britain.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm going to do that. Yeah. That's what I've got to do. That's a job for me to do.
How often do you go up to Rendlesham, Wayne? Very often or no?
I go about 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, about the same as me then.
To the point where I've registered with Forestry England car park, so I don't have to pay for it.
No. But yeah, probably about the same as me, and I'm like a fair way. It's just you go to the East Gate, yeah.
I like to go up there with the kids because during the summer it's really nice.
Yeah.
Nobody believes that energy plays a huge part.
It does, knowing, yeah.
How wonderful though would it be if it put me in the future? That would be good. I would love to see the future.
But
we're too near the future, aren't we?
I mean, the thing is the theory of time travel. It's not a theory; it can actually happen. But it's all about time and distance. Time being a man-made concept. But if you were to send someone here off to Pluto, and then tell them to come around, and it takes, say, for instance, 2 years to get there. By the time he turns around and comes back, a lot more time would have passed rather than just 4 years.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, time travel does exist. But we're talking about H.G. Wells's time machine and actually sitting in a vehicle, staying where we are, and then travelling backwards or forwards through time.
Yeah.
That's a completely different thing altogether.
Yeah.
I think that would be wicked to be able to do that. But
they reckon they can bend time. So if you started in one place and you needed to get to like number 3 universe, they can bend it. They can bend it, so you just walk straight through, isn't it?
Yeah, the theory is that they fold time and space. So it's like a piece of paper.
Yeah.
You got point A, point B, and then they just bend space and time so they're closer together. They bridge that gap.
Amazing, isn't it? Amazing. I bet they're doing it.
I said I would love to go back to 1996 because I would love to see my gran and papa again.
Yeah.
And Stephen said, but Louise, you couldn't go and bend time. He says you couldn't like let your papa and gran know who you were. He says because you'd be messing with the timeline.
Yeah.
That would be the biggest issue if that technology was possible. You look at the film Time Cop with Jean-Claude Van Damme. If you were able to travel back in time, there would be so many people that would want that technology to stop certain events from happening.
Yes.
But if you do that, you're then going to reshape the future.
Yeah.
So if we, for instance, was to say, right, we're going to go and assassinate Adolf Hitler, a lot of people that are around now wouldn't be around.
No, you're right.
Or there would be more people around than there are now. You know, things could have altered in the wrong way.
Yeah.
If you'd have gone back and stopped Jesus of Nazareth from being crucified, what would have happened then?
Yeah.
You know, there's so many implications involved there, and it would be marshalling what people would do. You could really only do it as a tourism thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'd have to be so heavily marshalled that you wouldn't be able to interact with anybody, because you couldn't turn around to, I don't know, say go to the 1920s and go and do the Charleston dance in a party or something, and get involved with the people, and they'll be looking at you going, "Oh my God, what clothes are you wearing? What's that in your hand?"
Yeah.
You know, the slightest slip, and you could change
Can you imagine doing
everything.
a TikTok dance or doing like the what is that?
I mean, you see these pictures. There's pictures on the internet where they reckon there's time travelers, and there's someone standing there holding something up to their ear. Mobile phones and portable radios weren't around or that small in them days.
See, that's very interesting, isn't it? And it opens up conspiracy theorists to a multiple of sins, really, where that's concerned. Because how many people have said, "Oh, I've come from the year 3840 or whatever it is," or travelled back. And people, is it Bulgaria? There was a famous one.
They're still doing it all over.
Yeah.
I know there's a guy who says he's a time traveller from 3000 and something, and he was walking through Paris, and there was nobody there.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I'm like, that to me, he's just too far fetched. And I think the guy is very clever. And the problem is now with a lot of things like AI, CGI, it's very easy to picture the city centre of London with no people in it through AI.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Have you and Mark and Josh seen the guy in TikTok who has claimed that he's an alien and he's came back and he's here to fix people?
So the bald guy?
Yes.
And he talks really softly?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been seeing these videos pop up every now and then for about a year or so.
Yes.
The problem is, I think it's you get a lot of people there that have a mentality of peace and freedom, and they want to convey that across to people.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting to that stage now where we're so open-minded that that's how it's working for him, and it's working in his favour. I don't really think he is an alien. I just think he's a peaceful human being that wants peace for everybody.
Yeah, I thought that.
I've not seen that, so I can't comment on it.
I think he's called the Ghouls.
I've just got to go and answer the door.
Okay.
Oh,
hey, Yvonne.
It's tea.
Let's talk about him while he's away. But it's been a really good show tonight, guys. I've really enjoyed it. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
It's been a really good week. What's everybody's plans for the weekend?
Well, it's Mother's Day, isn't it? Sunday.
Oh, Wayne's got his dinner. That'll be him a happy man.
Hi guys, I'm back.
So I've got my daughter's taking me to bingo. I don't normally do bingo, but we're all doing a bingo day for Mother's Day.
House.
And tomorrow, Tim's going. He's going. Tim's going home tomorrow, and I'm getting stuck in the allotment.
What? Yeah. Tim's going to stick you in the allotment before he goes.
Till I come back.
Oh, poor Lynn.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Lynn.
Yeah.
And how long will it be before Tim comes back?
3 days.
So you're going to be stuck in that allotment for 3 days.
That's all it is. It's 3 days. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know Kersal Scrubbies might come along and do whatever.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah. What about you, Richard? What's your plans, my love?
I've got Imogen's going to her friends in the morning. I'm going to see my dad, taking RV. I don't know what he's doing. Basically, just being a taxi driver, I think.
Wow.
And then, and that's about it.
Hey, Imogen.
Hi.
What about you, Mr. Spookanori? What's your plans for the weekend?
DIY for me.
Oh,
Yourself.
I sort of got into the flow of things with this garage conversion, and I've cleared out the underneath the stairs so my stuff can go under there. I've repainted it, put lights up in there, so it all looks nice in there. And today we went out and we brought the wood for me to seal off the garage door. So I've got
lovely.
the framework to put up over the weekend, and then hopefully, if the weather's nice tomorrow, I will be painting the front of the garage door.
Awesome.
Lovely.
That sounds amazing. I wish I could help.
But
And
it's something I've wanted to do because obviously that's going to get transferred into mine and Ellen's bedroom and my little studio.
Fabulous.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
Good idea.
I'm hoping over the next month I will have a new background because it will be the new room for my new area.
Oh, awesome.
Oh,
And guys, I'm just having a quiet weekend. I just want to start to say thank you guys for everything that you do. I appreciate it more than what you know. Happy Mother's Day for everybody out there.
Yeah.
To all the mothers, heavenly mothers.
And to all the dads that are mums as well.
Yeah,
dads who are mums.
absolutely. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
any
Richard.
sort of mothers, even mothers who ain't biological mothers, they deserve a pat in the back too. Definitely. But everybody have a good weekend and stay safe. And we will see you on Tuesday when we speak about Richard. What we're speaking about on Tuesday.
Up to you, love.
Fucking man.
Films.
War films. When are you going on Tuesday?
I will come in on Tuesday.
What?
There's a horror to do with Popeye now.
Oh,
Yeah, I've watched it. It's naff.
oh
Yeah, but
God, they're
why are they
killing
doing
me.
all these kids?
Because the license for them, the copyright has expired.
Oh,
Ah,
you're killing me. We'll do that one the week after when we'll do war films because I know you're right into your war films.
Oh yes.
You've just got one of these faces that I can't say no to, Wayne. Right, everyone. Have a good weekend.
bye.
Bye, everyone.
Microwave.
See you later.
Bye.
Microwave.
Bye.
Bye.